Good morning, everybody. I get a lot of questions. What do I use for filming? What do I use for editing, for on-demand classes, live classes, for YouTube videos? So today, we're gonna go all through that. So I'm gonna show you all of my equipment, and then we're actually gonna go through and I'm gonna start to edit an on-demand video for next month's Fit Club. So let's jump on in. So in a fun turn of events, I am showing you right away that I don't really know how to use my equipment because my microphone was not plugged in. So all of this footage is completely silent. So this is future Justina telling you about this camera. This is the Canon G7X. This is like every starter YouTuber's camera. It is a great camera if you're starting out and don't know what you're doing because it's literally point and shoot, which means you point it at something and press record, and that is all you have to do. So everything is pretty much just auto. I'm showing you right here that this is a mic port. This was really important to me when getting a camera because I do film workouts and I want to make sure that the quality of the sound as far as me coaching is good. Some other things to note right here, I'm filming this on my Canon Rebel T5i, which we're going to talk about next, but that's just really important because I want you to note the quality of the camera and the lens and everything. I was just showing you there that this is a flip up screen. I'm also showing you that I broke it, which makes me very sad on the inside. The camera also does have Wi-Fi capabilities. I think that you can only stream live to YouTube though. I looked that up once and I was like, well, why? So I don't really understand that. But anyway, this is a great camera. I definitely recommend it. I still use it, especially for sit-down videos, but we're gonna hop into the next camera that I have so you can see the quality difference between the two. So this is actually nice too. So this is what you're watching right now, like what's being filmed or what's filming is the G7X. So you can kind of see like the difference in the lens. We're gonna talk about this lens specifically in a minute. But you can just see like the quality is completely different. Like this is a little more, well, if I could be in focus. There she is. This is more of like the focus on me, little blurrier background. I have this one set more to like everything is clear because I'm using it more for like taping fitness classes. So I don't want like the wrong thing to be in focus. So this is the Canon Rebel T5i. It is an older camera. I actually bought it at like a used electronic shop in Astoria. So this one does have the flip to the side screen. You can turn it, which is great. Now this one also has a mic jack. The big difference is that it has a spot for the mic on the top, whereas the G7X does not. And while we have this down here, let's talk about the lens. I don't want to take it off because I'm freaking lazy, but this is a really wide lens. So it's the 10 to 18 millimeter. Is that what MM stands for on this? So essentially it gets really wide. So let's actually, I'm gonna switch to this guy and you can see how wide it gets. Oh my God, it's so funny that I forgot to plug in my microphone. Okay, so I'm just showing you how wide this one lens gets. So this is really important to me because I live in New York City and the rooms are not huge. This room is actually pretty big, but it does just make a huge difference when I'm filming, making sure that I do have the option to get all of the space around me in the screen. You're gonna see later as I'm editing a workout that I do zoom in a little bit typically, but I do like to film on the widest setting. So this is definitely an excellent investment. So obviously another thing that you're gonna want are memory cards. I would just recommend anything at least 64 gigs, but you can get them like way, way higher. The thing is like, you just wanna make sure that especially if you are someone who's filming workouts, those take up a lot of space because they're probably at least like 20, 30, 40 minutes. So just getting some higher memory cards. I do have two. I think I have two 64 gigs and that actually does me pretty well because I'm pretty quick to get something done, edit it and upload it fairly quickly. So those meet my purposes, but if you can, I think I linked one that's like 120 something gigs down below. So I would definitely look more into those. And then you're gonna need some batteries. So I actually, this is on my to-do list. I have two batteries for this camera and I always have this one, ooh, didn't mean to flip you all off. I always have this one plugged into the wall so that like, no matter how much battery I think I've used on this, no matter what, I always just flip them out. Always gonna be charged. And then I need to get another one for my other camera. It's just on my to-do list. Look how old this is. So I just need to get like a second battery, simply because I do find that I'm using the 5i like a lot more to film longer workouts with. That's on the to-do list, but definitely have like 2 of your batteries. It's worth it. Okay, let's talk about the mic, because this is actually the biggest question I get all the time. What is this white thing clipped to your shirt? This is the Rode Wireless Go. That's what it's called. Keep in mind, y'all, I'm not like a tech expert by any means, but this is a really great wireless mic. You just charge it, and then the battery actually lasts pretty long. I usually only have to charge them once a week, and then it just receives to this one right here. And I really like it because the quality is really, really clear, and it almost like is too good. Like, it does pick up everything. I've talked about that as I've been editing in this video right up here, but I do like it because it's a very crisp sound. It does take a little extra editing, but the overall quality of what you're getting is much better. And the other mic that I have is this guy. This is the Rode Video Mic Go. This one I just actually got. It's like a little mini shotgun mic. I got it for this camera for like sit down videos. I'm just gonna take that guy off. So this just slides right in on the top. Then tighten it. Plug it into the mic hole. Not a techie. And then that's it. Honestly, it's like it gets the job done. My biggest thing, I'm filming without a mic right now, so you can hear there's a lot of echo in the room. So this just does help like eliminate the echo. And I wanted to get it because I was tired of filming sit down videos with like this on my shirt. So yeah, this is a great investment. I think it was like $99. This is a tripod. Duh. Got it from Amazon. I actually got a 2-pack, so I have another one like back over there, and that's really nice for when I'm filming workouts if I'm using like 2 cameras. So, I mean, it's literally just like a typical tripod that pops off. It's got the little level thing. What am I even pointing at? There we go. Just to make sure that you're nice and even, and yeah, it's a very big tripod. I will leave it linked below. Another thing you might want to invest in, ooh, let's get the light a little better. It's just a small tripod. So that top part right there, this does come off. It also flips. I've been using it to film stuff for TikTok. Who is she? But this was actually the first thing I got. I didn't have a tall tripod until fairly recently. This one is so cheap. I'm gonna leave it linked. It was literally like $12. It's fine. Buy a better one, but I'll leave it linked just in case. Okay, another guy I've talked about a lot. This is, hold on. This is very bright. Does that help? We're still kind of in the dark. It's fine. Big ass ring light. Guys, it's a really good investment. I think this one is about $100. It does do the job of a box light, and it's especially good if you're starting out and you also don't want to invest in a tripod, because you put your camera right in the center here. Another thing I've talked about so many times, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this applies to This applies to if you're doing like on-demand filming or something like that, or live filming and you need to listen to music. Pair of headphones. So I really like Beats. These are the Power Beats, period. Power Beats Pro, so they don't have the wire. Really quick again, pros and cons. Con of this is that you have this wire. You can always put it behind your neck, but like, I don't know, it feels weird. Con of these, even though they're not sleeker, the microphone does get, like if you sweat, you will sweat out the microphone and then you sound like you're underwater. The mic on these is down away from your chin. So kind of pick your poison. I didn't know that when I bought these. So they do look nicer for on-demand stuff, which the mic doesn't matter. So I think it was a good investment still. Oh my God, we're almost there. Okay, this is my external hard drive. I just bought a new one. Kevin put this lovely sticker on for me. This is the Lacey external hard drive. They're like, I think they're also called like rugged because if you drop it, it's supposed to be really, really stable. I had another one too. I kind of like fucked it up because it kept getting unplugged from my computer, because another thing you will need for your memory cards is this. Basically, like the cord I had on my old one didn't go into whatever the plot is. Why do I keep saying plot? Port on my laptop. So I was also using, it was like a normal USB, but this isn't very sturdy. So I'm actually not even gonna link this below. I'm gonna link a different one that I would recommend to use for your SD cards. And then the thing that I recommend, guys, don't do an adapter from this to this to this. Just get the right cord. Like it took me literally 6 months to just do that. But by that point, like my hard drive was already kind of busted. Yeah, I have a 5 terabyte because I film workouts. I think that if you have a lot of huge content, you need to get a huge one. It's just worth the investment. That's still less than $200, and I think that it's better than having to keep buying new hard drives all the time. Let's talk about editing. Welcome to my workspace. I use Final Cut Pro for my editing, and I actually keep all of my libraries for Final Cut on my hard drive simply because I have a MacBook Pro. The memory or storage, whichever one stores things. I always think it's storage, but I think that's how fast, no, memory is how fast it goes, storage is storage. So I'm just gonna open up my hard drive. Oh, these were for class last night. I have 2 libraries, projects and YouTube. Projects is anything like live classes, on-demand classes, things that I do for the children's theater, like anything that's not YouTube, basically. So I have a 10-minute shoulder mobility that I've already filmed. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in here and start to edit it. I'm not gonna do the whole thing right now. So I'm gonna come up, again, not a tech guru. I'm gonna leave a few things linked below, like some videos that helped me, but I self-taught myself everything. And by self-taught, I mean I just went on YouTube and Google and was like, how do I do this in Final Cut? So if you have specific questions, you can totally leave them below, but I'm literally probably just gonna direct you to another video. So it's probably a better use of your time just to like go right to the source and like Google it. So I'm gonna make a new project, I can't speak this morning. This is 10-minute shoulder mobility. So we're making our new project. So I'm going to import, oh God, I filmed this a while ago. I have my raw, let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's this one, and then this one right here. So we're gonna import, and then I'm gonna take these, drag them down into the project. Great, and then I'm gonna see what the auto color correct does. It looks like it did literally nothing. Looks a little dark. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I will say I have not completely figured out the lighting in this room yet. I always kind of feel like I'm in a hole. Okay, and I just wanna make sure I haven't washed anything out too much. That looks good. I like a cooler tone. Unfortunately, this room is literally like yellow walls. So I always just kind of take the blue and touch up a little bit. Unfortunately, a lot of times that does darken things up. So I just kind of have to do some manual color correcting. Again, not great at this by any means. Okay, I like that. And then we're gonna take this and now we're gonna paste effects. Okay, great, that worked. Okay, so now you can see it is a little crooked. I actually think let's try first. I'm gonna rotate a little. I always forget which way is which. That looks good. And then I wanna bring it in to like 102 so that it's all in frame. Let's go 103. And then take this out a little bit. Yeah, okay. So now that just looks way more centered. If you see, that looks more centered than like that. So now we're gonna paste just the transform effects. And those colors are almost the same. Okay, cool. So now it's like at least the basis of what I want. I'm gonna select both clips and I just let it do like the audio analysis and kind of fix itself. So now that's done. Now we're gonna go in and I'm gonna drag my logo in. Please someone make me a new one. It's myself. So I like to have in the beginning, oh, and this is the other thing, try to stay, this is advice for myself too, try to stay consistent with your themes of things. My countdown timer, I haven't figured out what I like yet, so every video is different. It's terrible. But the thing that I do know that I like and I'm going to keep is that it's always a 4-second intro with my logo. And then let's find where the video starts. That looks like where it is. And then I always like the bloom effect. Hey everybody, this is your to get on in. And then besides that, I'm always gonna put my music in right away just so I can get those levels done. This is a mobility, so it's a little more chill. So let's go, I like this one. So all of my music, this is my video music playlist. This is music that I get from Hello Thematic. It's a free service, it is copyright free music. For this situation actually, this is for my on-demand platform, so I'm not posting this on YouTube, and I pay for a music license. I'll leave their stuff linked below. So I actually don't need to use copyright-free music on this. I like to for things that don't have a music theme. Like if it's a Hamilton dance workout, obviously I'm gonna use Hamilton music, but I do like to try and stick to copyright-free music underneath just in case I want to repurpose for YouTube or Instagram and it doesn't get flagged as anything. Just, that's a tip. So I'm gonna leave this at 100% volume at the beginning, and then I like to kind of listen. Let's see if we can make this louder. Hey everybody, this is your 10. So, of course, I like to time it. You saw my very aggressive. I like to time it with the beat shift of when the music comes down. I take it down 10, what's a dB? A dillabyte? I take it down 10 at a time. Hey everybody, this is your 10-minute shoulder. That's another, down to 20. And then this one stays pretty low. We're gonna see how high it gets. I might take it down to 25 or 30. Hey everybody, this is your 10-minute shoulder mobility workout. Let's take it down to 25 and let's see what that does. So we're going to focus on making sure that our shoulders have full range of motion to support. Oh great, and then this happens sometimes that intro was fucked up. So we're going to do that again. We're gonna take out that middle chunk, and now when I go from like, anytime that it's a transition that's not going from like a logo to something else, like it's just like me to me, I like to use the just cross dissolve. I think it looks nice and crisp. Let's jump on it. So starting in a comfortable seated position. Okay, so let me show you the timer. Solidify this. I have a lot of different timers that I've used, but this is a good trick. I know a lot of people will download like just an overlay that's like 30 seconds long and it's a timer. This is nice because you have a little more flexibility. Like let's say you were in something longer than 30 seconds or slightly less than 30 seconds. So I'm gonna mark where I start my timer. Position, we'll put 30 seconds on the clock. So I'm gonna come in here and okay, I've been using this, and this was actually just something that I made on Canva, but you can make a circle in here too, but I liked that it was kind of like melty. But you can also make a circle just by coming into generators, elements, and you can put a shape in there, which we actually are gonna use something like this in a sec. So to make this not green, we're gonna come into keying. I'm just gonna drag that on top. I don't know why it's called that, but it gets rid of the green. Okay, so now I've got my little placement for the timer, and we're gonna drag it out to 30 seconds. We'll solidify where it ends after. Great. And then we're gonna bring this guy on top. So this is the counting generator. Put that right there. Okay, so you can see it's doing like a counting thing. It's counting. So I'm gonna come over to here. I'm going to, what's the font that I like? I like the Shababa. I like Shababa. I'm gonna make it black. And then we're gonna change it. It's gonna start at 30 because it's a countdown. It's gonna end at 1. And then the minimum digits, I just always like it at 2. So now we're gonna hit the transform button. We'll bring it over here, make it a little bigger, try and center it in my little blob, and done. So now
Put 30 seconds on the clock and just start with some shoulder circles. So bringing those shoulders up and back.
So it's counting it down. So right now this is at exactly 30 seconds, but let's see if I actually stick to 30 seconds, and this is why I kind of like this.
But we're really going to be focusing on switching the front, working that, focusing on switching the front.
So that's where I switched it. So we're just gonna drag it out. It's technically 31 seconds, but no one's gonna know. What's that thing that they do on the TikTok? Okay, so then literally I would just rinse and repeat, do that the rest of the time, end it with that same logo, bloom into the logo, pump the music up a little at the end, fade it out. That's pretty much it. I do really want, going forward, to be able to get a little fancier with my editing, with the Fit Club stuff. It takes time to do this. Even just doing like the countdowns and the editing and everything, like that takes a lot of time. So if I'm putting out 20 new videos a month, it's a lot of time. But I'd love to have like up next, I'd love to have, you know, the names of things on the screen. But I also am kind of the mindset of like, it's not a YouTube video. Like I'm not here to like I've already got you. I'm here to give you a good workout and give you like good quality, but I don't need to like entertain you, you know? Like I don't need the editing to entertain you. So I don't know, I do struggle with it though. So we'll see what happens. All right, so that is the equipment that I use. That is how I edit something, specifically if you're looking to edit a workout. Here's the thing, if it's a good workout, you don't need a lot of like frills. You need a crisp background, clear space. I would recommend having a lav mic for sure. Lav mic, but that is all the stuff I use. Again, everything's linked down below. As I always say, if you are looking to do something like this, just freaking do it. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. You just have to dive in and you will get better over time. But with that, hit that subscribe button. Goodbye, I'll see you in the next one.